Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 28 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Project Architect 2. Today's plan, I want to do stuff, probably. That should be cool. Not mistaken? That's pretty cool. Hooray, power! Alright, so last episode we got resin cooking, and now we should be able to come over here and be like, hey, pull, and push, and push. And if I'm not entirely wrong, we should get rosin, which is good, and we should get, 50% chance, by the way, of rosin happening here. So it'll be, not terrible. But, yeah, hey, look, it's only using a little bit of resin, so cool. And you're dumping in here tree oil? Yes. Excellent. Now, I don't know if we need the tree oil for anything. We'll maybe void it at some point. But I just wanted to get, like, a quick and dirty, get some rosin going thing going. Yeah, that's what's up. So then I can lock you. Maybe? Yes. Boop. There you go. Perfect. All right, cool. So you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing, and everybody's happy. Nice. Cool. So I'm going to leave that sit for a little bit. Last episode, we were working on this thing, okay, to get lots and lots of wither skeletons. I would like to make this even better. And what we were looking at was, like, how do we make it better, right? So if we look at monster spawners, we upgraded a lot of what we need. But I'd like to have access to breeze rods, which are trials chambers, so we're going to have to figure that out. Fallen stars, which are from End's Phantasm, so I'm going to check out the End and see if that's like a world gen or how that works. And then I was going to get tar and rosin. These are important ones, though, because I think tar and rosin was pretty cool. That reduces the spawn delay. And then the rosin also reduces the spawn delay. So the max, so like the spawn delay, like how frequently mobs spawn, is a range, right? And when you reduce the max and you reduce the min, like both are good, right? So we want a bunch of tar and a bunch of tar. So my plan, therefore, for today shall be that we're going to head into our base and get those two things going. Now, everybody keeps telling me to put the villagers' things, their posts, near them. Now, there's nowhere in this UI that I can put that post that I can find. Like, these are just trading slots. That's it. So I'm hoping being near it is cool. And if that doesn't work, I might try that other Easy Villagers block. Because I remember the auto trader had more slots. And maybe one of these... No. See, these two look like trading slots, and this is input and output. So that also doesn't really have slots, per se, for, a trader. But, like, this is an oceanographer, so I assume the oceanography table from the More Villagers mod is what he needs to refresh his trades. Don't know. I guess we'll find out. Dyer's trying to figure out this mod, and generally not doing a great job of it. But I'm trying, and that's what counts. Right? That's right. Airships. I need to remember that those are over there, and I need to look at those at some point to see what they're all about. So I was going to get, what, a Pulverizer? That seems cool. Actually, I have one already, right? Yes, I made one already. Sweet. Power it up. And I believe to get tar from my Pulverizer, we just need to throw coal or bitumen in there. And that'll get me creosote with a chance of tar, right? Now, bitumen doesn't have EMC, but coal obviously does. We'll let that cook. And that should be cool. All right. Not too shabby. Did we ever do augments for this dude? Not really. And I might want to... Do we have, like, this dude that... Yeah, we do. The better 6x. Nice. Scale factor. That's cool. Dragon steel. Okay, neat. Now, do you upgrade? You do, to melodic and then stellar. And then arcolution. Sweet. I don't know what that does. That eventually makes the archeum, which is part of getting fading matter. Looks like we will be doing antimatter. And then fading matter is part of final star shards. Cool. Okay. And then you get the final EMC link, which I think is our end game goal. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right, so you go away. You guys can clean up. I don't know why I have you in my inventory, nor you, but that's okay. All right, so we've got some coke, but we're still waiting for the other stuff. I really should, and I think I shall, get ready to automate some thermal stuff, since we're clearly going to need a lot of thermal automations. Cool. So let's actually look at, like, going full-blown all the way on it, right? Like, let's go stellar. So what I'm going to need you to know how to make... I'm guessing induction smelter is how most of these are going to go. So I should have an induction smelter that I've automated. Is that a deal? And I have an induction smelter here, so we could treat this, yeah, as our thing. That sounds like a plan. I could always move these guys down underneath this platform because they're wireless stuff, so they can kind of go anywhere. Okay, I like that plan. So what we're going to set up now is a good old pattern provider. Let's get an extended one because I know we're going to have a lot of things for my induction smelter to be able to make. So that's the plan for today, getting that thing automated. And then we're going to want some cables. Is there anything else over here that we need to automate? Not particularly at this moment. So your job, which by the way, you can go away in a way, your job will be to auto output and insert on the back. And then your job will be to blocking mode. Do not push crafting ingredients if inventory contains a pattern input. So, long story short, be cool. All right. So you've got, what, 5 Flux channels available to you? That's kind of handy. There we go. Online. Good to go. Might want that open still. Sweet. Cool. And Pulverizer, I maybe want... Oh, yeah, look, we filled up on creosote real good. But I got my tar, which is what I was after. So that's cool. Yeah. So how do I want to handle this creosote oil? I'm guessing it might be useful for something, so maybe we get a tank of it. I wish there was like a voiding tank where it would like auto void. You know, I think functional storage has a drawer, doesn't it? Doesn't it have a fluid? It does have a fluid drawer. I think. So what I could do is have you push above auto output. Sweet. And then we could use functional storage to make a void upgrade. Cool. So now we will void excess creosote. Okay. And then in terms of the items, what I could have is an interface or a pattern provider, really. I don't see any reason not to do a pattern provider on this, right? And then you could also push out the back. Is that cool? And I think channels-wise, we should be cool here. I think that's 7, right? Going up? Yeah, that's cool. And you're at 8. Nice. So we have even room for one more channel over there if we need it. Cool. And then you'll dump out your stuff. Your creosote will go above. Everybody wins. Sweet. Okay. Pattern provider time. So let's get a bunch of patterns. And you make 100 more, please. Oh, we need more Certus. Maybe now is a good time to add Certus to my thing here, right? Does Certus turn into blocks in a way that I care about? I'm going to say no. We don't care about Certus blocks typically, right? No. All right. So, EMC link mark 3. You're going to do Certus. And then you're going to do on the down will be extract on white, insert on orange. Extract on white, insert on orange. 512 and 512. Cool. So then I link these two up, and we should have Certus coming in. Nice. The only thing I might want to do is speed you up a little bit. Only a little bit. Not a crazy amount, because he can't produce more than 4 a second anyway. So there's no sense in putting overclockers in there. At least for now. At some point, if I need to speed that up faster, I could always have a higher tier EMC link. We're just not quite at the point where we need that yet. Okay. So next up, let's get our patterns upgraded now. And what I'll do is whenever, I've run into a position where I'm short on a resource, if I have an abundance of EMC that I can go throw an EMC link at something, I will do so. Is that kind of the fairish plan? Hope so, because that's what I'm going for. So clay, do we know how to make clay yet? We know will clay do this? Clay might also be on my to-do list of things to do cool things with, but clay will do that. So maybe we should throw clay in here. I feel like I don't need clay that often. So I'm going to hold off on that one. Clay is not like a crazy amount of resource need. Cool. All right, so then we need to know how to make stellarium, which is an induction smelter of these dudes, right? Now you know how to make netherite ingots. You should know how to make netherite scrap in an induction smelter. And remember, this is a chance, so I'm going to remove that. Okay. And so far, this row down here will be induction recipes, and this one up there will be not induction recipes. Cool. And then you're also going to need to know how to make melodium gears, which means you're going to need to know how to make melodium, which is induction, which seems pretty straightforward enough. Okay. That's stuff that we have EMC for, so we're good on. Cool. And then you're going to need to know how to make you. Okay, so you already know how to make melodium. Shulker shells have EMC. Prismalium gear. And prismalium can be an induction smelter. And these guys are also EMCable for the most part, minus the nickel, of course, but that's okay. Did I reverse these? I did. Yeah, so that's the way we want it to be, right? Induction, not induction. Cool. Not induction. And then you're gonna, so you've got induction, then not induction. I'll remember eventually. I have Ender as EMC, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Enderium gears, we need to know how to make. And then Enderium itself. So you're gonna have to figure out diamond dust in some way. Which will be what? I could go with that route. I think Pulverizer or Crusher if we were going mechanism. I'm going to go Pulverizer. And for that, I'm going to start inserting stuff into my induction smelter. So that's going to be all you guys. And remember, you don't have to do this top to bottom because it doesn't matter so much when it's only one machine doing it anyway. Now, I suspect we're going to need a Crusher or Pulverizer, so let's get one of those ready. Pulverizer. Lint. And that works for me. So we have room for one more thing here, channel-wise. If we need to, we can definitely get more channels over here. Like, shouldn't be a problem at all. In fact, it would be extremely easy to add more channels back there. In fact, I might even do it now just to be safe. Okay, so the trick to getting more channels here would be to literally doing this and this. Cool. And now we're only using 3 channels over there. We have plenty of room for more. For a total of 17 on that whole line. Oh my goodness, look who decided to visit. Liking my weapons. Liking my good old weapons now. They're good. Okay, so diamond dust can go in here, and the only thing you need to know is input, output, back, auto eject. Cool? Cool. Okay. So we were at what stage? So we had done Indirium gears, but I don't think we had done Indirium. Let's see. I don't think we did resonant, right? So we have pristine integral components. Right, but we didn't do resonant yet, right? Okay. So that's done. That's done now. We just need to get you in there. Cool. Need hardened glass, which can also be an induction smelter. Awesome. I'll reverse those so that we stick with crafting and then induction. All right, and then you is an induction as well. Okay. And then you should be an induction as well. There's a lot of induction recipes. But it's going to be value to have done all this because it's going to be cool. And you already know how to build gears. Okay, cool, perfect. So then more inductions can go here. And then we can do these guys finally. Now, out of curiosity, am I going to do this all at once? I don't know. We're going to find out what we're missing in about a second. But if I want stellar integral components, really all I'm missing is shulker shells, chorus fruit, lead, nether stars, and silver. So we should probably throw lead and silver into the autocrafter down there. So yeah, let's do that with a couple of EMC links and get them smelting. Okay, so what we'll do is lead and silver. Okay. And while we're at it, lead. Oh, we don't have any lead and silver? We don't have any silver? That's hilarious to me. Not only do we not have, we don't have any of those. Lead. Silver. You guys cook. So that we can put you in drawers. That's right, you were weird, but I can fix your weirdness now. I think I want you to be nuggets first, right? And you can be nuggets first, and then you can lock, and that saves me exactly the way I want it to be. Good. And you're lead and silver. So down, extract, insert, down, extract. I may not need the insert for this one, right? Because we don't return these, do we? Yeah, we don't. Right, where's my other example of how I did metal? Yeah, this one is only extract on magenta. So that'll be... I don't even know why I have you. Let's clear all these. So you will be down, will be extract on magenta. Your down will be extract on magenta. You will insert these two, 32, okay? And then your extract on white will be overclocked and unfiltered. And then on this face, you will be inserting silver ingots and lead ingots. Cool. And now if we link this all up, we should be cool, right? So you're cooking up a bunch of that, and then we're building up our lead and silver. Awesome. I like it, right? I like what we did here with this whole setup, right? Like, I think it works out really well, actually. Like, it's kind of cool how well it's working, and I'm very pleased with that. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, we can make everything for the stellar, except the nether star. Like, that's the only thing we're missing. So let's get, like, 3 melodics. Does that sound fun? Because that's, like, the tier right before, right? So I should be able to knock those out. And then we'll upgrade them to stellars once we get stuff going. Now, that's probably going to take, like, 1,000,000 years to induction smelt in, right? Like, pretty much. But I'm just going to let it run. And then, in theory, things should be cool. I'll, like, tick accelerate a little just to get the ball rolling. And funny enough, it doesn't seem to be having a problem maintaining the buffer here. So that's cool, too. All right, good deal. Meanwhile, how did you do? You did good. So let's get more coal. Let's get more coal into you. And see how we made out with tar. And how we're going to make out with rosin. So you can go away. We'll snag this. And maybe a quick nap. Just because, you know, getting late. Dire needs his rest before phantoms show up. And let's go put this stuff on here. Now, here's my thoughts. You ready? We do that, and you can see at the top, min spawn delay is dropping significantly. The minimum is 40, right? And then I bring this down. We're going to need a lot of rosin to get max spawn delays down, but that's okay. So at this point, our maximum spawn delay is pretty good, but we're going to need a lot more rosin. Do you take upgrades? You take augments, but I don't know if you can take, like, integral components and all that. Are you guys still cool with regards to this? Like, you're actually still running, right? Think so? Yeah, I mean, he just got more, so, and he just produced another rosin, so that's good. So what I'm probably gonna do... Awesome. And that should really get me going with a lot of rosin. Okay, good. Let's come back in a minute once I get a little bit more rosin, and while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm going to snag my next plan for what we're going to work on with regards to all this stuff. All right, we're back. So more rosin. Let's see how good this goes. That might be enough for now. Let's get it down to 400. That seems like enough. So anywhere from 40 to 400 ticks should spawn a new wither skeleton batch, right? That's looking really good, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, awesome. And if we check over here, we should have a healthy amount of wither skeleton skulls, which are actually stored in here, as I recall, because that's right, I did a drawer thing, didn't I? Awesome. Awesome. Look how many skulls we got. All right, I'm going to store a bunch of you. Are you like lights on? That was a noise, wasn't it? I don't know what that noise was about, but it was a noise. I'm actually going to steal all this experience and put it in my basement where it belongs. Cool. 109 levels again. And look, why do you guys like chilling in that corner? I will never understand why Endermen all of a sudden just like to live in that corner. They're just like, this is my home now. I'm going to hide in this corner. Every time I come down here, there's an Enderman chilling right in this corner. And I don't understand why that's a thing that happens. Okay, so now that this is all kind of cooking well, What I'd like to do, one thing I'd also like to do is augment. Where's that speed augment that I like? Flux linkage amplifier. I'm probably gonna need you to know how to make happen, right? That's gonna be lead gears, and more importantly, it's going to be electrum plates, which is gonna need a multi-servo press. So I think that's another thing we're gonna have to put over here. And I guess bronze ingots should also go into the how-to-do list for an induction smelter. Okay, so induction smelter, and you guys. And then I can get my multi-servo press. But that's going to be a minute, because you're still keeping on. Yeah, what I probably would have been smarter to do would be to just, like, make a lower tier version of those, but meh. It's all good. It'll get there in the end. Let's just put it that way. And then we're gonna want electrum plates to be a pattern. But I think these guys can also get upgraded in this like thermal cool mod. Yeah. So we can get you and you and you and you, and that's top tier as far as I can tell. Linkage. I think that's. So Shellite is 120% power. Twinite is 110, but less energy usage. So I think Shellite is technically better. Right? I want to say Shellite is kind of the best one in terms of speed upgrade. This one is if you want to reduce power a little bit, but still be fast. So I'm not even going to bother with you. I think that understanding is correct. Now, the other thing I want to do is get a blaze spawner here. Do we not have a blaze spawner? Skeleton, forgotten. I thought we had a blaze already, but I'm not. If I search for zombie, yes, it does show up. So the fact that it didn't show up when I searched for blaze is a bad news. But we can go to the Nether Fortress because I'm almost certain there's a blaze spawner around here. Somewhere. I saw it. I remember seeing it. I think that's it. Soak touch. Blaze spawner. Hello, friend. Now, the reason that's awesome is if we make the blaze spawner spawn a ton of blazes in that little room, that's going to be super cool. So I'm going to save this for when I get more stuff. What I might want to do real quick. If I configured you to be input and output on the back. Oh, you have a return inventory of creosote happening here? Don't do that. I don't want you to do that. Don't do that. I don't think you have an alternate. No, you only have orange. So, kind of is what it is. I might... Oh, I don't like doing that either. Alright, so let's get ready to move these down underneath. So your side config for down is receive only. I'm going to swap that. So that your up is receive only. Cool. And then your player transmitter, I'll probably do the same deal. I think we can stick that. I'm hoping up. No? Can I not put you facing up? Oh. Today I learned. Okay. How about if I stuck you here? Would that be cool? I like that plan. Do you need 2 spaces? He feels like he needs 2 spaces. Okay. I mean, there's a few ways we could handle this. We could put it like back behind the wall there. I don't love doing that, but also at the same time, I don't see why I shouldn't. Because, like, should be fine, right? Should be fine. Yeah. From, like, a functional standpoint, I don't see why not. Could absolutely just do this, and now we're cool. And we'll just remember that that's chilling there. Sweet. Okay. And then when we finally get around to getting our bronze, which still might be a good minute. Yeah, that was probably pushing it a little bit much. But we'll see how things go. I'll come back when this crafting is done, because it's actually really close, and then it'll be in good shape. Hooray! Crafting's done. That wasn't so bad. Alright, so now we want our press, which I think will be over here. And pattern. Cool. And then that, and auto eject. And that. And then we should be cool to get soul. So we're going to need niter dust, which comes from niter. Cool, which is EMCable. So let's get these guys ready to go, because I'm going to want all of this eventually, right? So you're going to be a pulverizer recipe with niter, which is EMCable. And then you guys need soul infused gears, which I assume is yet another induction recipe. Yep, no surprise. Cool. You're going to need soul sand dust, apatite, and invar, which we already know. And soul sand dust will again be a pulverizer of soul sand, which is EMCable. Sweet. So you're going to be an induction smelter recipe. One of these guys is my pulverizer. I assumed you'd be up at the top. You wait at the bottom? Oh, there you are. Okay, yep. So pulverizer, pulverizer, and then a couple crafters. And that should be cool. And then you just need apatite dust, which is a pulverizer of apatite, for which we know the MC of. Cool. And that should be done. And then finally, you guys can be shellite gear. And the dust I'm going to put over here. Shellite ingots are that. Okay. And then cinnabar dust. Cinnabar we know the EMC for, and that's also going to be a pulverizer recipe. Sweet. So 1, 2, 3. Pulverizer, pulverizer, and then finally that. And if we check now, assuming that we have stuff, I should be able to get this shellite. Let's get like a dozen of them. All right, so we're gonna need a lot of apatite. We're gonna need a lot of stuff, but we can get all this because I'm pretty sure it's all EMCable. The only thing we're probably short on resource-wise that we should be stocking is maybe nickel and copper. So maybe I'll add those down there. And maybe ender pearls would be a good time to get that going as well. But the good news is we programmed all the recipes correctly. So that's cool. So let's do just a couple more EMC links here. So copper and nickel is what we decided we're going to need, right? So copper and nickel. Copper and nickel. And we will stage a drawer. Cool. And that'll be the last two that we can put there, right? Now, did I ever get my EMC links? I did. Cool. So copper and nickel. And then down will be extract on magenta. And down will be extract on magenta. And down will be insert 32. 32. Extract everything. And your insert will be nickel and copper. 512. Cool. And what'll happen now is that will be the end of the netherite furnace. So the next batch of metals that I make will need to have a new netherite furnace. Cool. And then probably a new color is what I'm thinking. Maybe not a new color. Probably doesn't matter. We can do it either way. Cool. Now if we're checking, we're getting nickel and copper. Sweet. What I wouldn't mind is ender pearls, having a drawer dedicated to them. And then we could get a bunch. That's cool. Soul sand should probably also have a drawer dedicated to it. Cool. Shulker shells. We've got... Actually, I already did a drawer for them, so we're just going to get more. Sweet. Good enough, I hope. And finally, we're going to need niter and cinnabar. That I'm also going to put in a drawer. Niter and cinnabar. Sweet. So now if I want shellite, which is 120% base power, and I wanted a dozen of them, we just need apatite. That's the last one. And a dozen. Sweet. Okay. Now if we wanted our melodic ×3 to actually go in these guys, that's going to make that a lot faster. That's going to make that a lot faster. Do you guys out here accept this kind of thing? Apparently you do. Does it make a difference? I don't know. I don't know if that makes that faster. It has a much bigger capacity, but I don't know if it actually makes it run faster. I guess it can't hurt. But maybe before I do that, I'll save this for some other stuff. Like maybe I'll throw it in here, and then I can get coal here. All right, so let's wrap up the episode here. We'll come back next time. This is going to be a big boost for us. Now this stuff can all run a lot quicker, and then once we get these guys, we're good. Ep28 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Next episode, we will probably look at getting that blaze spawner going for like a big EMC boost. For now, take it easy.